Let's get it!
Broadcasting to you from a little grass shack in the middle of the Pacific.
Live in the place to be.
Well, they're actually in the Bay Area.
Yeah,
but they are the premier Pacifica show that shines a spotlight on positive Pacific Islanders.
You listening to the sound.
Role models coming brown every Thursday night at 6.
East to west, we getting hurt.
Brought to you by Pacifica by Design. It's the iconic FICA podcast with your hosts, Naki and Carl.
And we're back. You ready, Naki?
Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness.
Here we go. It's a little cooler now. Not quite as smoking hot as it was maybe.
Yeah, it's 100 degrees.
3 weeks ago. It's bad when 100 feels okay. It doesn't feel that bad. Season 8, episode 24 of the FICA podcast. Excuse me. We have
Oh God, I'm so excited.
We got our community announcements. We have we're going to catch up a little bit, do our check-ins, kind of talk about what we got going on, and we have Samoan Flag Day coming up just 2 days away. So our guest is
I'm excited about that. You know,
the MC and also the ranking member of IPS Security, Chief Sa'ama'aomalie Fili Gaoteote. Look at that. Okay. There we go. He's coming on in the second half, and we're going to talk to him about what he's got going on, what both two different things he's got going on, IPS Security, and being the MC of the return of Flag Day to San Francisco and the Bay Area. So
yeah,
it's going to be a fun show today. Naki, what's good?
Coming on at 6:30. So we're looking forward to talking to the chief. But in our books, he's the high chief. So
the highest,
the highest of the high. But so don't get funky, people. To me, he's a high chief, and he is the chief of his family, and so we're grateful to have him on. And so I'm excited to talk about the weekend. This week, we went to Samoan Flag Day raising in San Francisco City Hall, which Sa is a part of. It was the National Samoan, Chiefs Council that brought that on to San Francisco. Of course, Munfo, PICP was there. There was a lot of community leaders there that came to support Patsy Tito. Dr. Patsy Tito, Executive Director of Samoan Community Development Center, was there. Executive Director of All My Usos, Christine Mauia. Executive Director of Pacific Islands Together. Executive Director for SALT, Gaynor, was there. Oh my gosh, Neil Vevea.
Good to see Neil there.
It was good to see Neil there. Lots and lots of dignitaries were there. So I was happy to be there. I work right around the corner, so it was easy for me to get to. I wish I would have made it to the Daly City raising of the Samoan flag and South San Francisco. Woo woo! That's where I was raised, in South City. So I was born in the city, raised in South City. So I wanted to make that Flag Day, but didn't have the opportunity, but was grateful that our community is getting recognized this week for Samoan Heritage Week. So woo woo for that. Last week we weren't here because we went to the Miss Samoa Golden Gate Scholarship Pageant. Say that 3 times. That happened at the Scottish Rite Masonic Temple. So Carl and I went to hit that, which is brought to you by PICP. Of course, if you didn't watch the event, you can go on YouTube and PICP's page. Congratulations to all the young ladies that yes.
EPV, the PICP's page.
Yes, PICP's page. DJ Dave blah blah blah. Sorry, bro, I forgot. Sorry, but I think I reposted it. And of course, the 3 young ladies that ran for Miss Samoa Golden Gate did an amazing job. And of course, we had them as guests the week before. The young lady who is now Miss Samoa Golden Gate 2024-2025, Miss Karina Paama, who is now
the
reigning is busy. She's been busy all week, right? She went to the flag raising in Daly City. I seen that online. Then she was at the San Francisco at City Hall with Mayor London Brown, who happened to be
London
there.
Breed.
London Breed. Sorry, my bad. London Breed. I was thinking of her brown. Well, Karina had this beautiful brown crown on, so that's what I was thinking of. But Mayor London Breed.
It was nice to see her speak. Very familiar, right? It was so.
Right.
That's one of the things that I noticed. I was watching it online. Is it wasn't just I'm gonna say a few words.
Right.
Like she's very familiar with the Samoan community in
right,
the Bay Area.
Right. So it was good to see, the 3 young ladies that competed for the title did a great job. Grace Maunga, and then Alize, Alize Liainga, who ran. All 3 of them, they did a great job. I hated to be a judge that day because it was just a hard decision. So yeah, congratulations to all the ladies that ran, and Karina, who walked away with the Miss Samoa title. So, and she got heck of stuff. Like
So we were in the crowd. And they started announcing, they announced the second runner-up and then the first runner-up. And they were only on the second runner-up. And Naki and I and Christine Mawia were looking at each other as they were announcing the prizes for the second runner-up. We were like, dang. Yeah.
She they got cash. They got a Louis Vuitton bag, valued at $3,200. She got
scholarship.
Money, and then the sponsors, the Tufono sisters, just kept donating and donating and donating. Yes, shout out to the Tufono sisters.
Big supporters.
So it was a great event, with all the gift cards and the cash and the gift prizes. I mean, that girl made out. I was like, Dad, I might run next year. I might run next year just for the purse. just for the purse. So it was a great event. We might not do that,
but there might be a contestant. There may be a contestant.
Oh, there you go.
Miss Pacifica by design.
Yeah, we might, you never know. So it was a great event. I love all the events that are happening this week in honor of Samoan Heritage Week.
It's been a big summer, and it's like building up, you know what I mean? Because all the way through, then you have the Samoan Heritage Week, right? You have all the flag raisings, and then you have all the Miss Samoa Golden Gate, and then you have, our community announcements. They're huge. Like the events, it's just nice to
this
see
week they kicked off the cricket Kikiki games at Crocker. So that's so familiar to me. Back in the day, at Crocker Amazon Park. No, I'm a little hungry, so cracker came up. I'm a little hungry, need some cracker and cheese. But at Crocker Amazon Park, they kicked off the Kikiki games. So I'm anxious to see some highlights. But yeah, this weekend, of course, we'll go into details when the chief comes on. We'll talk more about the details. But how was your week?
Week is good. I've been still a whole recovery thing, but it's been a good road, and I found a job. So
yay! Carl's got a job now. No more slacking.
Yeah, I need I need a job to get away from all of the work that I'm doing around the house and
all the honeydews.
Oh my gosh! So I need a job to get away from my job. That's been kind of a really tough road, the job market. So one of the good things about before this job, I had 2 jobs in 32 years. I was 10 years at Tower Records, and I was 22 years at Big Lots.
Wow.
So
you're a lifer.
I'm a lifer. The whole looking for a job thing, I was not prepared.
He's scary.
For
what did you have to do to get a hit? What did you have to do on social media?
Oh, well, if you follow my social media, I'm very open and honest about my health journey.
Yeah.
Like I just put it out there. Like I'm having a hard time, great time, good time, waste no minutes, that whole process. Right. I had applied I'm like over 150 jobs.
Yeah.
And I've gotten like 3-4 4 or 5 interviews,
Hits,
very few. And I've got I'm going down the qualifications for the job, and I'm like, oh, got a degree, got that, this certification, got that certification, got that, and experience, I got like 25 years of it. Like I'm hitting all of those. No calls, nothing.
Yeah.
And I don't know for sure.
Yeah.
But I do know I was laying in bed one night going, you know what, my profile's public.
Yeah.
And if a prospective employer would look at that, they're like,
they go through your social media.
This guy's not going to be around in a year or a month or whatever. So I made it private.
Yeah.
So here's a note out there for all the listeners and the people. If they think you might not be around, they might not hire you. So I turned it off, and in 2 weeks I had 2 interviews. I was like, dang, maybe if I don't know. It was a weird thing.
It's
so
weird.
I can't say for sure that was it. But I'm not a big fan of coincidence.
Yeah. Well, and people that don't know you would think that, you know what I mean? But after they get to know you and know that is not
going nowhere.
Yeah, that is not the case. You've been living warrior with cancer for
9 years.
9 years.
9 years.
Piece of cake.
Original diagnosis was 3 to 5 years.
Right.
And
look at God.
Yep. God's good.
God is good all the time.
So there's a talk, and I know a lot of people said that. I used to hear that, like people be like, you got to be careful what you put on social media. And I'm like, I'm employed. Like, what do I? But now I'm looking at it and I'm like, again, it was just laying in bed. And
most
I was like,
jobs,
I need to turn that off.
Now, because so I don't know this, but now most jobs go through, like they see a potential candidate, they'll go through your social media to get just a little glimpse of who you are, who is this person, you know what I mean? So maybe that's it, and maybe that's not, but I know for sure that, and my profile is public as well. Like mine is public. I also got a job though.
Well, I did too.
I'm also,
when I started that whole, I'm gonna, because it's therapy to me. Like I say that, and I want to put the, how I feel, what I'm going through, and people are supportive. They're like, hey, you can do it, that kind of thing. But I never, because I had a job, right? And I didn't think about it until I was like, dang, if I was a stranger reading that, I'd be like, this fool,
he gonna die.
He ain't gonna be around.
He gonna die. That's men just like me. I don't really post. Like I'm too busy to post. I'm busy on PBD, but I don't really post as much, only because of my job. And now that I know it's a big part of employees, and like I've seen people have gotten fired at my job for stuff that they've posted on social media. So I'm kind of careful about what I post. I mean, I'm careful anyway, just because when we go places, it kind of freaked me out a little bit, because I would post something, or we're on social, like PBD, right? We have a podcast, we do shows, we're at a lot of events, but it used to freak me out that people go, oh, hey, I seen that your daughter, I don't even know who this person is. And they're like, hey, your daughter, this and this. And then, okay. So I'm really,
I used to always refer to my daughter as 5'5" because her number was 55, right?
Yeah. And the people started going up to her.
Taking pictures with her. Yeah. Like, I got a picture with 5'5", and I was like,
damn,
what the heck?
Right. So
yeah, social media.
It's good. And social media. I love social media because I get to catch up with my family. I watch the kids grow.
Yeah.
Right. But I don't really post a lot of, for me, I don't post a lot of personal stuff, because people that I'm close to, they know my shit, right? I talk to Kay like every day. I talk to TT every day. I talk to Cree every morning, afternoon. Like we were texting at like after midnight. So the whole Gaoteote family is on. I love it, because there's like 1 million of them. There's like 1 million siblings. And so they support, I love that they do that.
When we have a Gaoteote on,
our
numbers go up.
Big time. Like watch, like I love, because at the end of the week, like we have like our live shows are a little bit, like we have, I don't know, like 600 people that view, right? But at the end of the week, and you watch at the end of the week, there'll be like 50 to 60, 70, 80,000 plays on it. And so it kind of throws me off a little bit, but I love the Gaoteote family, because let me tell you, and I tell this story all the time, we have one of our family on. When we first started, we went to the church because they were having an event in
San Lorenzo.
San Leandro or San Lorenzo. And we go to the church and they ask us, oh, can you guys come back and talk to our church? So we come back like a month or so later, or a couple of weeks, talk to the
youth group, right?
Yes. And we go back and they gifted us money. Like, and it was, to me, it was a lot. So it was enough for us to buy headphones. Oh my gosh, am I going to cry? It was enough for us and we were early on. It was enough for us to buy headphones for our podcast. We were just starting.
We were on a radio show in San Francisco,
right,
in South of Market, in this gritty area. We had to carry our own headphones in there, and we didn't want to carry our headphones out in the open. So you had to, like, it was a rough area. We're stepping over needles.
And is that money that the church and the Gaoteote family gifted us? We bought our headphones, our first set of headphones with that. And I'll never forget it. And I'm so grateful. And all the time I see them, I'm like, to me, it just touched my heart. Yeah, we still have those headphones. But it just touched my heart that they did that and that they gave us a gift. And oh my gosh, it must have been like,
it was enough to buy headphones.
6 or 7 years ago. Yeah, it was enough for us to buy headphones.
Oh, no, this was, it was 2018.
Yeah, maybe.
17, 18.
And we was poor. When I say poor, we was poor. So we were grateful, and I will never forget that gift. So anyway, that's my story. I love my Gaoteote family. So there you go. And their dad, I knew their dad from cousin JP. Their dad, who we have someone that I'm going into my family story. We have a family member that we are, they're related on this side, I'm related on this side. And their dad would go to the hospital every day. Every day their dad was there. And all the time I went, he was there. And so I got to sit and talk with their dad when he was alive. Very nice man. He was so nice. And so I got to talk and bond with him. And he used to tell me stories about back in the day. And so he's no longer with us. So rest in love. So I love it. So I think that's why they hold a special place in my heart. That, the church, them, and then the relationship that I had with their dad at the hospital. So yeah. Okay, I'm rambling, child. I'm rambling.
Maybe the show's FICA.
Yeah, there you go. So we have Brother Sa'a who is holding on. Anything else you want to get out before we go to announcements so we can bring him on?
Yep. Let's go to community announcements and let everybody know what's happening this week and this month.
Community announcements. Is that me or is that
I think you're
you? Up. Okay. Let's see. So we have Journey to Empowerment. Pacifica Game Night is happening tomorrow at Le Maota. It starts at 6:30 p.m. in Burlingame, 833 Mahler Road. It is a free family event open to all. They're at 833 Mahler Road. If you need to message them for anything, you can contact Lulu at 415-243-6328.
Always fun. Journey to Empowerment. Always fun.
There you go. Boom. Big event this weekend.
The National Samoan Chiefs Council presents the Samoan Flag Day this Saturday, 2 days from today, August 3rd, at the Presidio of San Francisco main parade lawn. Starts at 10 a.m. The grand opening. The opening ceremonies, and your master of ceremonies is our special guest. He can fill us in on all the events. There's a lot of information he knows that we don't. We're going to bring him on in the back half of the show.
Awesome. Let's see. Samoan Solutions. They have Fale Su'i happens on each Thursday of the month. Join the community for a sewing session. You can bring your own project or participate in project planned out by the team. These classes start, they start right now, today at the Le Maota event space.
It starts a week from today.
10 slots. August 8th. 10 slots per session. So scan the QR code on the flyer and register today. It is $30. Learn how to sew. Get your sewing on.
Staying with Samoan Solutions, Nesian Night Market. Splash on over to the Samoan Solutions final Nesian Night Marketplace of 2024. Catch their Pacifica Boss Up youth as they join a who's who lineup of PI vendors. DJ Joe King will be setting the vibe as your DJ, and the community spirit will be living and breathing as the PI community meets the PI vendor. 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. this Thursday, 833 Mahler Road in Burlingame, California.
That's such a great event. Such a great event. All My Uso's 9th annual Family Day Barbecue will be on August 17th at Gilman Park in San Francisco. Please register your whole family for this free event. Go to All My Uso's bio, click the link. They'll have free food, resources, family activities, face painting, STEM, carnival games. They'll have food vendors who will be giving away like
food you would normally pay for.
All things that you would normally pay for. All things dipped will be there, giving away things.
Anything you see is free.
Anything
you come in and you see Kiss My Boba, or you see All Things Dipped, or you see a big 40-foot line of food being given away. It's all free.
It's all
the carnival rides that look like normally you'd buy tickets and go over there. It's free.
Food is free too.
Food's free. Everything's free.
You know me, I love the food.
Backpacks, haircuts.
Backpacks, supplies. There you go.
All right. Essence of Mana's Parent Project is a free 13-week course designed to support adult family members and develop communication skills and lead to more nurturing family relationships. Register today by contacting Lulu Messina at 415-243-6328.
Awesome. Yay. So that's our community announcements. We're so excited to have our guest. And it's also a follow-up that he was here not too long ago with his team. And so Aaliyah and who else? Dino was here. And so
in studio.
In the
we
studio.
Have a lot of those guests
in the studio. So yeah, serves as the Chief Growth Officer for IPS Security. He is also the Masters of Ceremony, and we'll bring him on in for this weekend's San Francisco Samoan Flag Day. Let's pop him in. Presented by the National Samoan Chief Council, Sa'a is a devoted family man, married to his beautiful wife, Jennifer. Together they have 3 wonderful children, Jacqueline, Theodore, and Jenny. He is the proud son of the late Reverend Elder Sa'ama'aomalie Fili Gaoteote and Tumtumu Lutau Gaoteote. Look at me, I hit all the vowels. There you go. Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for coming. We appreciate you.
Always glad to be here. I am honored. I'm always humbled by the invitation, and especially, this thing is bigger than myself. I'm just a small servant that try to find a way to serve our people. Yeah. Glad to be here. Grateful.
Yeah, we're grateful to have you. Anytime we have, you and your whole family holds a special place in our heart just because of the love.
I know that was you were getting me all choked up over here while I'm waiting backstage. And especially whenever you mention my parents, it's humble beginnings for us.
Yes,
so,
yes.
Having all this, and especially at this platform, I'm just humble and grateful for the opportunity. So
yeah, no, I truly appreciate your dad. Whenever I went to the hospital, he was so funny and he was always smiling. And I remember his gray hair, his white hair. And so he would sit and talk to me and talk stories. And so I really appreciate those times from the elders, and they just want to talk and they want you to hear their stories. So I was very grateful to have that time.
And when we're young, we don't even think about that. We take those moments for granted. Most of the time, I was growing up, I didn't really think much about it, especially, my parents. I know you guys were in my time growing up as well. It was a lot of hard love, tough love, but hey, it made us who we are today,
Exactly.
and we try to share that experience with our kids, the newer generation, because they face their own
they have their own demons, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm glad that I was brought up in the time that we did, because family was everything, and it was always about God and what God has put in our lives and all the journey that we all went through. no matter our personal journeys, especially, it's what, what makes us who we are today. And I'm very grateful for that. So I'm
Yes.
glad, as I was telling the story, when we came up here, we moved up to the States in the early 80s. And my dad took all 9 of us. And back in those days, not that much money. And normally, when family comes up, they will bring a couple of the kids, especially
Yeah.
families that had so many kids. And so, therefore, they have kids that grew up in the States, and they have kids that grew up in Samoa.
Yes.
And for us, the sacrifice that my parents did, to take all 9 kids and brought us here. We didn't know where we were going to end up at. Uh, very fortunate that we end up with our uncle Tingango. May he rest in peace. I just came back home from, my cousin's sister, Doreen, that we grew up with. That's why those guys have a special place in our heart. We'll never forget where we came from and how we got here. We almost became residents of San Francisco because my uncle Malolua and my uncle Quingamo were fighting at the airport when we got here, trying to figure out where we're going to be at. And everything happens for a reason. And I'm glad that, we ended up in San Jose. San Jose had his own trials at the time, the time of cruising and lowriders and gang banging,
on King
and
Road.
King and Story Road. I'm a product of King and Story.
That's what I heard. That's
so,
what I heard. That's what I heard.
all the Usos and sisters that we all grew up in San Jose. I have deep roots in San Jose, so San Jose remains, a special place in my heart as well. San Jose in the house. But even though we kind of move up a little bit on the East Bay, Union City is where we reside now. It's home. So it's a great place to raise our kids. So, and all my siblings are around me.
Yes, I love it.
They're all within 5-10 minutes, and even some of my aunties and cousins, they all live. I now live off a Mission in Union City, and all my family's around here, and especially San Francisco. As you mentioned, I come from some deep roots. The Maungas, Tamus, the Tufiles, and especially in Upolu in Samoa. My grandfather's from Lalumanu Lutau family, and my grandma is from the Purcell family in Laila. So very deep roots, and that's why I embrace my heritage, and that's why I am trying to get involved in all this because I love being a Samoan. And if there's, especially now that God has gifted me with the talents that I have, one of the things that our dad did was, maybe this is why he had so many kids. He has a drawer for and responsibility for each and every one of us. From my eldest brother down to my sister, my brother George, that works with me. Every single one of us has a duty when it comes to our roles, responsibility within the church, within the family. And, we try to embrace that and try to pass it on to our kids. And, especially, I love all my family, to my first cousins, to my second cousin, the Pilisoma, the Jennings.
So much.
And the Jennings, the Lautis. So, Eddie Gaoteote, and even our extended family, to us, this is why our dad brought us here, is for us to connect all our family, the Naloyas. And I know I'm missing a lot of them, so please don't get mad at me.
For you later.
I know, right? That's why I try to stay away from mentioning names, because I know I'm gonna forget one. But overall, one thing that I really love, that my dad taught us all, and my parents, is the love for God and the love for family. And those are the two most important things in all of our lives, and if we don't have those two things, I don't know where we're at. So now, saying, kind of going right into this, now I forgot everything that I was supposed to say.
That's okay. That's okay.
That's a good thing.
I wanted to mention, nowadays, like when I was growing up, all the elders used to say, what's your parents' name? What village do you come from? My kids don't hear that anymore. And like, I find myself doing that to kids now. Oh, what's your last name? Yep. What village and I don't hear, I'm kind of sad that I don't hear that as often. And maybe others
you're
I know.
Supposed to do it
I know. I do that, but I do that now too with the young kids. What's your last name? Oh, is your parents, and then
yep.
And that was, I know who they are.
That was the way of us passing on our genealogy, right? Because a lot of us, grew up in the States where we didn't have that everyday, seeing the cousins, seeing, everyone from the village or everyone on the next neighboring village and stuff. So, but, we came here. I have an auntie, her name is Vito, and she's like our walking encyclopedia.
I love it.
You will say a last name and Auntie Pito will know every single family connections and family. So this is why it's also important that, if there's someone elderly in your family, please document, get close to them. And, one of the biggest things that we were taught is to respect our elders, right? And, no one is perfect. Right. But what I always try to teach my kids is try to find your common ground. And, instead of emphasizing on the bad stuff, emphasize on the good stuff, find that common ground and work those relationships, because this is such a small world. I mean, and short time that we have on this earth, we should take advantage of it. And this is why I'm involved in this. I appreciate Mangu Tia, Leapai Brian for reaching out to me, because he started reaching out to me.
That's what I was going to say. How did you get involved?
Through some of the we come from the same village. So we're from Pangatongo on my grandma's side. I'm from Pangatongo, from the Sa'ama'aomalie family, and we kind of grew up together in the early 80s before we moved here. And then when we moved here, I saw him here. It's like, hey, remember? And we got connected right away, him and his brother Reno. So that relationship was always there. But and then even when I moved back, there was a time I moved back and I worked in Samoa for about 4 years. I stayed there, and he was also there. He was the station manager for Hawaiian Air at the same time I was working for Blue Sky Communications. So, we always stay connected, and no matter where we go, we always run into each other. So the last time that it was last year during some of the funerals that I was going through with our family, and we met there, and of course we're brothers.
Oh, we had, like, I was flying along. We have perfect reception.
He probably has to go and come back in. Oh, there he goes.
Yeah.
Yes. So, there you go. Sorry.
So we're also, the other proud thing that we share together is that we're both Sa'ama'aomalie, Langimalo Fili brothers.
Yes.
And we're and these are all things that we're so proud of our heritage, because it allows us to tell the story, and that story is about who we are and what we are. And the more we share it with our young ones, maybe someone will be inspired for them to have that journey and to dig into our heritage and learn more about our heritage. So that way, they can, and that's what I'm trying to do with my kids and my nephews and my nieces, and try to be, try to share that knowledge. Kind of back in the days too, one thing, and I'm sure a lot of the elders understand this, a lot of the families hide their genealogy. They didn't want to share it. So there was a time where, the world changed, and of course we blame it on the white person, but it's not. We should have stopped being selfish at the time and share those genealogy and share the mapas and, where the stories of the family, the history, so that way we can continue it. So that's one of my purpose now is whatever I learn, I don't try to hold it within myself. I try to share it. I share it with all my cousins here, my nephews and nieces, so that way, because at some point our time is going to be done,
Yes.
and that legacy must go on, and that's your family heritage and your legacy, your family legacy, and everywhere. And all of us, we all come from one parent, so there's a lot of our history. This is why we see each other at all the Falavelavas. We run into each other and we're like, hey, I didn't know we're related, until we meet at the Falavelavas, right? That's, but we got to do
he reached out to talk to you about, well, first the council, right?
Yep.
And then did you guys start planning the Flag Day then, or he had already planned it?
So he reached out. He was looking for members, for the Matai Moto Matai, which is a council of chiefs. And so that meeting, there was only a couple of us. Tuatangaloa was also there, and it sounded like he was asking more for what I know about the Samoa and certain things that entails in the Samoa, the culture, and we kind of had that discussion, and he was like, man, you know so much about the Samoa. And I shared with him, I say, look, you probably have more knowledge than me, but he was always about, the people. And this is why I love this guy, because every public service that, even sitting behind the scene and just looking him and his lovely wife, Papa Ali'i Manafo, go at work every time. It makes me proud, to be Samoan. I don't have to be involved, but just having them lifting, us to a different platform, and it's amazing. And then after we got to know, we've had a few more sessions with the Moto or Matai, and then the Flag Day came up. So him and Papali'i did most of the planning and a lot of the hard work, getting sponsors, and it's not an easy thing.
No.
So to plan this and to have it to where, I was in the business trip this whole week, but I was trying to find time to watch all the activities that went on. I wish I didn't plan this trip, because if I would have been here helping him, but unfortunately, duty calls, and you have to go. But
handle that.
But I tuned in. I watched your all the videos you shared.
No, they did
every single
great job. They really did a great job. Like, Papali'i Manufo and the whole family,
Yes.
They just did a great job. So we're grateful. We're grateful.
I know from the stuff at Daly City, and then even the raising of the flag in Presidio in San Francisco, and then the beginning of our Kirikiki.
I know. I seen that. Yes,
that was exciting. Because at some point, I think when the Flag Day was still going on in San Francisco at Geneva Park back in the days, the Kirikiki was the highlight. Yeah, it was huge.
It was huge.
So, unfortunately, certain things happen, and it costs for us to. But sometimes we need to take a step back and
let
revamp.
things happen, and it's back, and it's
back.
Reno Anawai was just chiming in and talking about you, and you were talking about the kind of the nostalgia of seeing that in the park, right? He posted a picture where I think he was driving by the park, and he took a picture of them playing out there, and he said, like, this is nostalgia. Like, this could have been, how many years ago could that have been, to see, Samoans running around out there playing? But so having it being the return of Flag Day, right? So those of us that were around for the original iteration of this, how much does it mean to you to be such a key figure in the return of Flag Day to San Francisco and to the Bay Area?
Oh, I am honored, and it's a gratifying moment for me. It almost like it's a very humbling for me to, especially when Leapai reached out to me to be the MC for this year's Flag Day, for the very first Flag Day of the returning of the Flag Day. So it's a huge honor for me, and one thing I told Lepai is like, who am I, to get this honor? Because there's plenty of Matais and and orators
Yes.
of our country that's out there in San Francisco. But for him to reach out to me, it was very humbling, and I am honored to be this year's MC.
That's awesome. I think it's a good choice. It's a good choice. And, you're always a public speaker. You're having conferences. So it makes sense. It makes sense to me. But when I seen that it was posted that you were the MC, I was like, oh, that's awesome. What are you looking forward to on Saturday?
Well, just to talk a little bit about the Flag Day on Saturday, it's going to be broken up in three phases. So the first phase is going to be the ceremony, where we're going to do the Ava ceremony. It's not going to be at full contact, but we're going to try to, because of time constraint.
Yes.
So we'll try to cut everything, but just to show people the importance of the Ava ceremony. The Ava is what we call Ole Ava Filo Inga. It's like it's how we meet and greet. This is how the Samoan, because they pay respect to each other. And whenever Samoans come together, they have to perform this Ava of greeting, so that they can acknowledge, the people or the family that's coming in, or the village that's coming in, and especially the village that's hosting it, will be the one that's, performing the Ava. So that'll be the first phase. And then the second phase will be the entertainment. We're very fortunate to get some of the volunteer for some of the youth, and a lot of the churches that that are gonna be that volunteer to perform this year. So it's great to have our young ones, a younger generation, performing, because back in the days, the churches like the Anoa'i Church, the Methodist Church,
all the
and
churches.
all the churches and the youth and the different associations that they all used to come together.
Yeah.
And they, performing was just like having a Flag Day back home, so I'm glad that they're getting that done. And I'm grateful to the reverends and the youth groups that have, donated and volunteer to come and perform for our very first Flag Day and the return. So
that's awesome. Yeah,
that will be the second phase. The third phase will be entertainment. Some of the entertainments that that we're going to be doing, we have, it's good to announce that Miriama Samuelu,
yes,
which
I've
is
seen
the
that.
Aniva,
Yes.
Great friend, grew up in Samoa. And then, some of our local, I don't know the
Faith Ako,
yeah,
Fee Music, and
yep,
then our very own Reno Anwai,
Reno, yep.
Tamali'i. I mean, it's a great
Yeah.
lineup.
So it's
So
a great
I'm
lineup
excited.
so we're gonna have that's the last phase of our entertainment.
Yes.
Unfortunately, it's supposed to be only 8 to 9 hours.
Uh-huh. Yeah, good
And
luck. We're Samoan. That
I
we
know,
don't. Our time
so
constraint is very bad. Very
I
bad.
know. So one of the things that Ryan asked me to mention on the show, for all the youth that are going to be coming, bringing their groups,
Mhm.
to please to limit the introduction part, the
Oh
launga
yes.
part,
Allow.
because time is going to be very important, and we want to make sure that everyone enjoys it. And a lot of we can do the launga stuff, but if you keep it to a very minimum.
Yes.
So that way we can, the program doesn't drag, and we'll get the groups on time,
We'll get
and
you a
so
big
that
hook. We'll get you a big hook.
I know, right? I know, right? And then also, we want to make sure that the artists that are going to be performing, everyone's going to enjoy it. Have time to perform, because I love some of these performers, especially I want to hear the Aniba with Miyama, and then especially Reno. He's the new generation of artists now that has. So I'm excited to hear these guys. But the one thing that I haven't mentioned, I know Samoans, it's not an event without food.
Oh,
so,
definitely.
I'm pretty sure that we're gonna have some booths out there.
Yeah.
That's gonna, because no matter, there's a saying, no matter how good the event is in Samoan history or Samoan culture, no matter how good the event is, if the food is not good, then
they're gonna talk about you. They're gonna talk about you.
Yep. So it's very exciting, and I'm looking forward to it. Hope that a lot of people the turnout will be good.
Oh, it's gonna be a good turnout.
Especially now that the city of San Francisco has put us back on, the event and the calendar for this year. So I'm really looking forward to it. And one of the thing is, this also, tells that there is a lot of our people now in higher places and within each of these big cities, and, all this comes about with, collaborations of all those who have made it, and not forget who they are and where they're from. So it's a great platform for us to share who we are. And especially this week of Heritage Week, it's really good, especially
it's exciting.
Samoan language to us is we need to make sure that it continues to grow and continues to live on. Some of our Pacific neighboring or brothers and sisters are trying to revive their language and their culture, and Samoan is so full, of that, pass it on from generation to generation. Yes, we have a hard time here in the U.S., but I think it's making a turn now. We look at New Zealand and Australia, it's so good seeing what's going on there, having schools participate in Samoan weeks. And, it's funny because we see the Palangis and other ethnicity and races speaking our language. Now you hear Palangis, singing our Samoan music, and we need to have that here with we need to have that influence and inspire our generation and our kids to be in the same boat. So that's why this is so important. This Flag Day, I am so honored to be part of it.
I just wanted to mention my husband said Aniva is from Lauli'i.
Yes. So you have ties from Lauli'i as well?
That's my husband's family. That's my husband's family is from Lauli'i.
Yep. So
it's going to be a great event.
It's funny. I was in Samoa a couple of weeks ago, and I ran into her in Samoa. So it's good to see her again.
Nice. Yes. Great. It's gonna. We look forward to this event. I think it's gonna be packed because a lot of people have set their family reunions around this weekend, and so one of the days of the family reunions is going to the Flag Day. So that's awesome. That's beautiful. I'm looking forward to seeing everyone.
I know. I have a cousin that's visiting from New Zealand, and so kind of reach out. Hey, we're gonna be there for the weekend. Can you, So I'm looking forward because I don't have to show him anything. I'll just bring him to San Francisco and see the beauty of San Francisco. And this is why they say everyone that visits San Francisco, they leave their hearts here because of the hospitality 100%. And Samoans is going to have a big factor in influence in that. So looking forward to it.
And it goes beyond just the Bay Area, right? There's I go to church in Stockton, Puna Oleola. shout out to the youth group there. They're coming from Stockton.
Yep.
So the reach isn't just the Bay. I think that, and I don't know, how it was back. I would go from Sacramento back in the 80s, but I don't know there were youth groups going there from that far away. So it's a big event, not just for San Francisco or really the Bay Area. There's groups from the Central Valley.
Yeah, people used to come from LA. Used to come from like all over California, even Seattle, and so it was huge. It was huge, and it looks like it's going in that same direction.
Yep, exactly.
Is there a specific piece that you're looking forward to? I know it's the entertainment, but as the MC, is there a part of the agenda or part of the kind of the itinerary that you're really looking forward to? I stumped him. I stumped his internet connection.
I think his internet.
I'm sure he's got a great answer to that.
There he goes. He's back.
Yeah. For me, I'm looking forward to the whole event. But I think most of my part is going to be at the ceremony part. Addressing the honorees and dignitaries and those who Rakishi's going to be there. So he's gonna be another son of Samoa that's being paid and put
from the Bay Area, from San Francisco.
From San Francisco, yes. And he's also from Mahono. So nice. So neighboring.
Look, we all pause.
Well, that's the scope of it, right?
Yes.
That's the size of it.
It's going to be huge,
different walks of life are going to be
different,
from all over.
People from all over. I'm excited. I'm excited for everyone. I know. I briefly spoke to Rikishi. He's like, "I'll see you at Flag Day." I was like, "Okay," and then I seen his flyer go up, and so I'm like, "There's so many people that are going to be there." There's going to be celebrities and local celebrities. So you never know who you're going to see there, but it's going to be packed and it's going to be a great family event, so I'm excited to see the whole family.
Right. Yeah. Our church has a homeless feeding this Saturday. This is one of the efforts that we do. We also continue from the very first time we met when you guys came out. So we still have that program within our church, that our youth church. Shout out to Reverend Elder Fili Gaoteote and also Associate Pastor Ricky for keeping the church and all the members and the board members of the church, and especially the youth for continuing this program. So we do it on the first Saturday of every month and the last Saturday of every month. So they have continued this for, I believe, 2-3 years now that they've done this. So it's a great way to volunteer. I know that sometimes I take my team, our IPS team, and volunteer, for this, because it's all, great community service to the community. And we also ask anyone, they don't have to live in San Lorenzo or San Leandro to be, to take advantage of this.
Yeah.
They can just hop in where they get produce from from the volunteer and the donors that donates all this stuff to us. So, and awesome. we pass it out, and of course the youth, and especially this is why I love my sisters, because they cook food every on these days that they have these, and not only them but everyone from the church and the youth. So great effort, and shout out to them for all that work they do.
Is this at the same
yes.
Venue each Saturday?
Yes.
Awesome.
No, it's actually, it happens in our church because we couldn't cancel it on time. So it's going to happen to our church, but as soon as they're done, they're all going to come. Yeah.
Oh, they're coming over. They go and fill everybody's car.
Yeah.
Somebody that came for one box, they're going to go home with a car full.
that they normally do it the whole day, but they're probably going to work 2 hours and just give everything away, and then
and just start dropping, put it in the car and start driving around and dropping it off.
The good thing is they start early, so the flight day doesn't start until 10. So I tell them, you still have a lot of time. Just get up early, do your thing, and rush up. To San Francisco.
Yeah, that's awesome. Now, will IPS be present?
Yes, Aaliyah have also are doing our booth. So we're going to be giving out some. So if you attend this event, come by our booth. Our team.
IPS will be there.
They're going to have their own booth,
Aaliyah,
their own tent.
Aaliyah, who is
Aaliyah's going to be the one to go
Northern California. She's the California manager.
Yeah. So she's the Northern California branch manager. And then also we have some events that are happening right now. So also Peter Nonu from our SoCal office are going to be here with their team. They're currently working our Google event right now. We have a Google event that's going on. So hopefully we get a big turnout for our team because it's all volunteer. I told them I can't afford to pay all of them to come, but a lot of them, like I said before, our task force or our team, it's about 80% Polynesian, and it's a. Also, thank Ty and David for allowing me to be in this platform to be the chief growth officer for our company because this is one company job that I have that I am so passionate about. I love all the jobs and the experience that I've gained from all my previous job, but pouring all that knowledge and experience and everything that I've learned from the past into IPS is something that I'm so proud of, and I'm so proud of our team. I'm proud of Aaliyah. She's young, and I also have my young brother.
So much.
Yep, my young brother George Gaoteote Jr. Also, he's the area manager for our retail division. My guy Dean is still here.
Oh wow!
Yes, Dean is pushing a lot of these stuff, and with his help with a lot of the growth that we've going through, I'm grateful to have those. So contribute.
Is he here in California, or is he's back home?
He's back home. He's also traveling back and forth. We try to bring him aboard and try to take advantage of all the expertise and all the knowledge that he has. As he shared, his time with Mr. Carl there back in the Tower Records?
Yeah.
Way back. That's a way back machine. That tells everybody how old we are. But no, it's all about the people. People make the business work. And if you don't have the right people, there's no way the business is going to be successful. It sounds like you've got the right people.
Yeah. I'm so excited for you guys. And you guys, I feel like you've grown like 80% since we've last had you on the show.
Yes, proud to say that, other than SoCal, Las Vegas, and Utah, and Florida, we're in transition right now to start in Hawaii, Dean's hometown. Yeah. And this is why I'm also busy, trying to grow the business. I had just came back from, joining the it's a IAVM, which is the International Association for Venue Management conference in Portland. I was there with one of my sales rep, Ima Polamalu, and our reason to be there is to network with a lot of the people in these venues, convention centers, stadiums, and theaters. All kinds of venues. So we're trying to put our stamp in there and get acknowledged by them and get to know them. And now it's also, we ran into one of the brand new director of security for the Hawaii Convention Center, and he's Samoan.
Nice.
His last name is Liua, Samoan. So for us to see other Samoans, in
It's
those
awesome.
platforms, it's
Yeah.
so it's so great, and we're proud,
Yeah.
to represent Samoa. Even though we're working in different fields and having different areas that we work in, but just to see our people, for
Mhm.
me as a chief of Samoa, I'm so proud to see our brothers and sisters in those fields, in
Yeah.
those platforms, and this is why I'm so passionate about our company. Seeing them excel. I have, like I mentioned before, I have my nieces, my nephews. I even have my daughter now working for us. And this is
Nice.
and they're learning about their field while they're going to college. One of my niece, Sepa Vaca, she's in school for marketing, and she's in our marketing department.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Very
so
good.
and my daughter's going to be studying HR. So and this platform that David Said and Muay Thai Masina created, it has offered us, not only for us, to give back to our families, but
Mhm.
it also offers opportunity for our young ones,
Nice.
in order for them to find careers,
Yes. That's
and
awesome.
the one thing that we have within our company, we've had a legal department, HR department, operations department, and all these different departments, and we're bringing in our own people. Yeah, of course, we have to be diverse, and we
Yeah.
can't be prejudiced,
Sure.
and open all the opportunity to anyone.
Right.
But just to have all our people, holding these
Mhm.
different positions within our company, it's a proud moment for us. And, it's nothing but a blessing from God. And I'm grateful, for our leaders, for Mortai, and especially, all those that within our branches, with Sean Umi, Marcus Fafiti, Peter Nonu,
That's
Dean,
so
and
awesome.
all the leaders
Yes.
of our company.
I
So
love I love seeing the
it's great.
growth. I love
Yeah.
seeing the
So
growth. I'm living through you while you're flying through every airport. I'm like, where's he next?
It's
Where's he
always
going
nice to
next?
see other Pacific Islanders win, right? Especially with
Yes.
you. But
yep.
the most important question: are you still with Coachella?
Yeah, and that's the other learning part about
Holo
about
holo.
our people, right? Man, I if the holos, I've been on you. They promised that they're gonna call me, but I haven't got a call back. But our marketing and sales department haven't given up yet. We
Yes.
still got about a
Yeah.
month
Just keep
before,
going.
so hopefully this platform will allow them to call back and just give us a
Yeah.
little piece of it.
Right.
I'm surprised Jackie hasn't called you about Coachella yet.
Yeah. Oh, I don't really go to Coachella. It's holo holo that is my thing. So I'm like, Andrea, if you're listening, IPS nationwide.
Yeah. So
Yes.
yeah, a lot of growth with the company and all
I
these
love it.
things. I am so humble, so blessed to be in this position, to lead all these people, young men and women that work so hard,
Yes.
because I know I mentioned the leaders in our company, but what we always say is we're nothing without the staff that are
Yes.
out, on the line of duty,
Yeah.
for every events that we do. Because now we also have different, division. We have the event division, which they deal with all the concerts and the festivals and
Nice.
that stuff. But
Mhm.
we also have the security services that we deal with conventions. We deal with construction sites, and especially the stadiums and so forth.
I
But
love
the
it.
biggest part of it is our retail. I remember we were on there to announce our retail division, and
Safeway.
now,
Yeah.
yeah, our retail division is taking off. We started with 3 stores. We are now at 25 stores.
I love
Uh,
it.
so
Well,
it's
congratulations.
yeah. One thing I always tell my client, look, we're not perfect, but we will learn from our mistakes,
Yes.
and that's how we move forward. That's how we grow. And I always try to, tell them too, I don't need compliments. I need feedbacks. So
Yeah.
that way, I know where the problem is, and we can take it to the table and discuss it,
Yes,
so.
it's so awesome. Well, I
Yeah.
mean, we're so grateful for the time that you've given us. I mean, it's amazing to see the growth that IPS has done. And it hasn't even been that long. And look how fast the company has grown. So congratulations on all the success. And then we look forward to seeing you because, I'll come see you.
Days.
I'll come see you at Flag Day. I'll put the mic in your face. But I mean, congratulations on all your success. We're looking forward to seeing you on Saturday at the Samoan Flag Day, where we have the masters of ceremony here. Remember the face and go say hi, because I mean, off camera and on camera, you what you see is what you get. He's very, very nice young man, very humble.
Thank you so much.
Very humble, the Gaoteote family. All of you, I mean, respectfully take after your parents. So thank you. Thank you so much for being here. We're going to let you get back to your family. I know it's a long day for you. You just were traveling. So I know your wife is like, stop working, stop working.
And she's very supportive.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be where I'm at without her support as well. So love them, love the kids. But I just before I go off, I just want to acknowledge our National Council of Chiefs, with our president Tuatangaloa, and all the members of our group and association. And there's a lot of room for everyone. So if you feel that there's something that you can contribute to this, please call Leapai, and he'll get your information. O te malawa tua I malawa tele I toto sinasina o tātou atanu ma toto uli foi. Ia ole mau lava lava no a whapeo a bea oi mamatai tono o to wainga o tono foi o nuu. Ia mai se tono le kalesia. Ia a fio mai su mai tala au mai. Ia aulo ia leva no tātou whapsoa I ma tātou tufai. Ia oi nā mau se tino mautu. Ma se tonu mautu a wā tupulanga lalaba o su tātou atanu. Al nei a fiafi, whaptai tele I tua fine ia Naki ma Carl, ia mo nei ia manofa auro, ia whai foi ona moa e soli vale ailo tō malumalo tō paia, ia manui tele le a fiafi, ia whamanuia le tua whaptai.
Thank you so much, Sa. We will see you on Saturday. God bless you. Thank you, Gaoteote family. Thank you for tuning in. God bless you, brother.
All right. God bless. Thanks.
Thank you.
So awesome.
And you mean that when you'll chase him down with the mic on Saturday.
Yeah, sorry, Sa. I'm going to get you again on the mic, but I love it. I love the Gaoteote family. They are so good to us. And so I'm looking forward to seeing all 20,000 of them, 20,000 of them on Saturday. But I'm excited.
Big day.
Big day. It's a big day for San Francisco.
Big day for the Samoan community, because it's drawing, and I would think that maybe, the second and third and fourth, generation, this is right back.
Hopefully this
before.
Goes back to, right. Because I remember going as a little kid, then as a teenager, book wild. But, we hung out there. We watched, cricket was a big part of Samoan Flag Day, because my mom was on a cricket team. So I would go with her and sit through all the cheers and the songs. And so it really brings back a lot of great memories. So I'm looking forward to seeing the cricket games and all the dancing and just chilling. We're going to chill for a little bit and do lots of interviews. Please do not walk away from me when I come at you with the mic.
She'll chase you down.
I will chase you down. I will be talking to all the vendors. I look forward to seeing all the vendors and buying up stuff. I look forward to all the food vendors. So yeah, I'm excited to see everybody on Saturday. So yeah, thank you, Sa, for coming on. We appreciate your time. I just wanted to shout out SCDC Samoan Community Development Center. Today was their PIYA 28th annual end of summer celebration that they had at the The big
Fine Arts Center.
Yes. So we were supposed to be there, and just I got a 9 to 5. I'm Pole. I got work, so I couldn't get out of work. But I will try not to miss next year. Well, actually, I won't miss next year. But Mena was there because of the classes that she was teaching during the summer. During PIYA. So, if you haven't seen it, please go on YouTube and check out EPV Films. They went live today. It's a great show. It was from 2 to 4-ish. They went a little over. But of course, the Queen
of
Aisha,
the whole wide world.
Queen of the whole wide world, was the MC there. So, of course, we will see everyone on Saturday at Samoan Flag Day at the Presidio Parade Lawn area. If you're from, just follow all the cars. Follow all the cars.
The parade start at 10?
It starts at 10. They'll have the opening ceremonies at 10 o'clock. So you'll want to get there early. And then I will try to be there. And then at 11, they'll have the Vipoli entertainment. Don't come for me. I'll post the schedule. But it's starting at 10 a.m. And then the last Lapi Mariner, Jamoa Jams, will be the last person to entertain at 6:30-ish. You know how we roll, 6:30-ish, 7.
That time of day it might be a little bit later because there's a whole bunch of things going on between.
Lots of events going on. And you'll see lots of people that and meet new people. Like, make it a point to go shake somebody's hand that you don't know. 'Cause I'm gonna come talk to you. Look for me and Carl. We're gonna come talk to you. We're gonna come talk to you.
Mike and camera chasing people around.
In tow. But thank you again for tuning in. We are here every Thursday at 6 p.m. Come back to FICA with us.
Love you all.